The Seal of Solomon, 7 Seals of Revelation. Ancient religious manuscripts refer to the Seal of Solomon, and the Book of Revelation, which deals with the Apocalypse, describes something known as the 7 Seals. The name Solomon refers to the sun and the moon god, and the seal, or the sea lion, is the hypnotic suggestion that has manifested in this 3D illusory reality as the water lion that has fallen from the moon as the vicious Nemean lion. Seal equals sea or seeing eye serpent river god. Al or Allah or LA Los Angeles, the Seal of Solomon is therefore referring to the Lion King, Lincoln, the Great Sphinx, the trickster, and symbolized as the seal, or sea lion. The seal swims the west coast of North America, consuming massive amounts of salmon fish. Salmon equals Solomon Brothers Building 7 of the World Trade Center, which coincides with British Columbia. Salmon has a silent L to allow the creation of the sol or sun, suggesting the light or Allah, and again, referring to LA, Los Angeles. Building 7, the 7 Seals of Revelation, etc. are all terms referring to the perfection and completion aspect of the Luciferian agenda. The seal isn't the only creature living on the west coast of North America that consumes the salmon. The symbol of American strength and freedom, the eagle, also takes its share. Eagle equals EL equals ILA equals ILA equals I of the all-seeing eye. The SAL, the SALMON, and the EAGAL, all have the suggestion of LA or Allah attached within the words. All of these words imply the life-sustaining abilities of the salmon, the Solomon, the sun and the moon god. Suggesting the neutron bomb, the sun and moon gods, in turn, represent the seed of Orion, the seed of the iron, the neutron, symbolized in the sun, and reflected again, in the moon. This seed of the iron is symbolized in the neutron bomb, which yields about 10% intensity of the destructive blast as a conventional atomic bomb. However, it focuses more on destroying biological material rather than infrastructure material. Blast and heat effects are not eliminated with the neutron bomb. The subliminal attached to the seed of Orion, the neutron, refers to the volcanic explosive power of Yellowstone Park and the Hawaiian Islands. Yet again, the Ring of Fire, which is picking up momentum in recent weeks and months, are all linked to the hypnotic suggestion attached within the media reports that refer to the nuclear arsenals of the United States, Russia, Pakistan, China, Israel, India, and the hoped-for ambitions of Iran and North Korea. All of which are suggestions relating to something beyond the control of the elite intellectuals of the world, and do refer to the big one, the cataclysm suggested, which will combine earthquakes, seismic activity and massive flooding, the likes of which are already in motion. Riyadh equals Derry equals Milky Way. The cradle of civilization is said to have been located in the Mesopotamian valley of ancient Babylon and Arabia. The biblical Garden of Eden supposedly stretched from the Nile to the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers. The lushness of such a garden would tend to escape one's attention when observing the huge expanse of desert within the region. However, when organic material is buried and decomposes, it can turn into oil deposits. When a massive amount of organic material is buried and decomposes, it can turn into massive amounts of oil deposits. For this reason, the largest oil deposits in the world are located in the Arab world. The greatest of these massive oil deposits are located in Saudi Arabia. The capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. This is located in the virtual center of the Arab world, and the center of the cradle of civilization. This is the 3D physical location that the conjuring, the thought process, first manifested. The name Riyadh is derived from an Arabic word order, which means garden. However, from a symbolic perspective, another suggestion is implanted within our subconscious mind. This is yet another subliminal relating to the environmental green movement, introduced at the very beginning of the illusory 3D experience. Riyadh equals Dari silent H, equals Milky Way equals the flood of the Nile in the sky. Riyadh is located in the historical region of Nejd, now called the province of Riyadh. Nejd equals Naid equals Need equals Eden. The Garden of Eden is the Garden of Need. Need is the suggestion that conjures up fear, and in turn conjures up the ability to manipulate through hypnotic misdirection of reality. Having a need for food, for air, for water, for anything to sustain this 3D illusion, is the principle that conjures up an endless state of need, or fear of death, if these needs aren't met. The Garden of Eden is the garden of the fear of death. Finance, currency, fiancé, wedding, cure, sickness. As stated previously, electricity is measured with currents. Water is measured in currents. Money is measured in currency. Time is measured as current. And there is yet another current, one which ties all the other currents together as one destructive manipulation ploy, and this one measures the sickness, or 6ness, or the 666ness of the world. The Q and C. The Q restore our energy. The Q restore our water supply. The Q create a strong financial system. And the Q extend the years we experience in this illusory 3D experience are all brought together in one single current movement through the manipulation of our health and the unending drive that creates the hysteria to prolong and perpetuate the illusory life experience at any cost. This is mass hypnosis that Hitler, Mao, Stalin, the Vatican, the British royals, the Saudi sheikhs, etc., have only hinted at, not at all aware that the Luciferian egregore is an merciless master who conjures forth particular elite slaves to particular elite positions within the particularly peculiar three-dimensional experience. All for their own, the Luciferian thought process power and glory, with the elite being sacrificed as the need arises, with absolutely no reward awaiting them in the afterlife. Electricity, water, money and time are one and the same, expressing themselves within this 3D illusory experience as separate entities, however, completely linked as one within the veil of the trance state. The announcement on October 25, 2009, by President Obama, that the swine flu was a national emergency, was orchestrated to ramp up the fear which has been building with the aid of the conspiracy movement, who work unwittingly to further the trance state on behalf of the Luciferian group of thinking entities. The swine flu fabricated pandemic, then Ebola and the measles, and the accompanying vaccination hysteria linked completely with the financial chaos which is unfolding throughout the world. It's amazing that all these things should be coming to a head at the very same illusory moment in the agenda. The subliminal and the hypnotic suggestion contained within all this manipulation is as follows: finance equals currency. Sickness equals sickness equals 666 and this sickness needs a cure. Equals sickness needs, / eat in the garden of the dawning of a new age. Sickness needs a one world currency. Equals 666 a river of life. The foundation of this currency is based on the characteristics of the light beam. The light is the lie, and is that which illuminates all things. Which is to say, it makes all things appear as being real. This illuminated illusion is credited to the creator god that goes by many names, two of which are Mercury and Hermes. The modern medical symbol with the two serpents climbing up a center staff to a set of spread out wings is referred to as the caduceus of Mercury or the caduceus of Hermes. Here are the two names deciphered: Mercury equals Mer or C, Curie or Cure equals the C that cures. Hermes equals an anagram Mercy equals C, and again Mercy equals Mercy as in the C key. Hermes equals Rems equals Rams equals Ramses Pharaoh equals Ramses equals Ma or C's again. This relates to the order out of chaos meant to be generated by the pandemics of sickness or sickness and the cure and C which is initiated and meant to heal all things. This is the symbolic initiation of things to come over the subsequent weeks, months and years. All this is an illusion and manipulation of reality and is not actually occurring. The secret societies of the world have an intent to create chaos. Freemasons have a motto that translates as order out of chaos. Stop for a moment. Listen very carefully. This financial crisis, disease pandemic, the environmental climate change, the energy crisis, etc. All of this is the order out of chaos, the first day of creation which is exactly identical to the biblical account, and which is about to happen. The original conjured up creation of imprisonment and servitude and total control of the paradise state has not yet occurred. This is only an illusion we're experiencing, meant to disconnect us from reality, and meant to keep us on an endless eternal cycle of deceit. The New World Order, the New Age of Aquarius, the Kingdom of God on Earth. This will also continue to be part of the illusion, however, with the added mystery surrounding the environmental green movement, wherein it will be considered sacrilege to question anything in regards to the Garden of Eden, which will be intended to keep all in bondage and need endlessly. Of course, none of this is real, none of this is happening, however, the illusion, first initiated in the dairy land of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, will insist, through the thought process and the intellectual systems conjured up, that this is indeed reality. The Kingdom of God in Dairy Land, Kingdom Tower, the time zone called it. The Kingdom Tower is 1,020 feet tall,